Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Artist to Artist. It's a conversation that needs to be had, and I have a very special guest today. I don't call too many people my big brothers or somebody that I came up in this game admiring and stealing pages out of his book since a youngster. The Don, legendary Don Cartagena, Joe, Fat Joe. That's the first person I seen when I was coming up, Fat Joe. You gotta flow, Joe. You gotta flow, Joe. You gotta let it flow.
No, Joe.
Yeah. How you been, big bro?
Good, brother, man. I'm happy to be here. You're doing a great thing here. I believe in you. I know you got what it takes to be successful. You a hustler, and can't nobody talk shit like us. So I already knew the minute you said, Joe, I'm doing my podcast. I said, okay, he gonna win.
Yeah, I mean,
Simple as that.
They're not gonna leave us out the race. We're not them type of people that, if it's a money race, that we're not gonna be in it. We're never gonna be on the sidelines.
They don't never tell us it's a money race. They never give us like a. Does anybody ever? Is all a hip hop like that where they just won't tell you there's a bag over here?
They don't. It's the most selfish community in business. Is the hip hop community. Like, it's terrible. Nobody throws alley-oops. If they do got a bag, they try to keep it to themselves, or they definitely don't want to introduce you to the plug because they don't want you to have that personal relationship directly with the money. Most of the guys, they like girls because they look trying to stand next to the dude that has the bag, and once they got connected to the bag, then they feel like they the man. It's just real weird out here, bro. Like, everybody feel like they're entitled to somebody else's bag, and then they don't want to throw the alley-oop to the guy. Like,
so do we think this is like black and Latino? Because I feel like the Jews do business with each other, even if 100%. They don't like each other.
The Indians, the Jews, the Chinese, you heard, like, they definitely come together. Like, the Indians are, I would say, the richest people in the world. They really put on, I know they say that the Indians, you can look them up. They own the highest percentage of all hotels. The way that they get them hotels is they all come together in one household. They all save their money, and they all build businesses through that one household. And pretty soon they all separate and all have separate mansions and things like that. They really come together. You know what I mean? Like, and
you know what's crazy is I went to school with these two, I want to say Asian, don't want to just say Chinese, but their parents owned the Chinese restaurant. And we used to snap on them and shit like that because they had like 14, 20 cousins living right over the Chinese restaurant. I bumped into them years later, and they was like, you know, everybody that was sleeping on the floor owned 5, 10 restaurants.
Yeah.
So they came over here with like, yo, pay your dues, wind up owning your own shit. And the Chinese people, the one people, I've been in the middle of Africa with the ghetto Chinese. Chinese, they there.
They everywhere.
They in Cuba, they wherever. I don't give a fuck. Where you think Afghanistan, them ghetto Chinese, they pulling up and they opening up. They don't give a fuck.
They know how to get to the bag. And that's what I'm saying. It's same with the Arabs that own all the grocery stores. Like, you see them bring their sons and their cousins on throughout the whole year. Pretty soon they got their own store, and they flying more people in. Like, they know how to use them. They position and to gain wealth, and we don't use that because we haven't been taught to make business. We've been taught to make money, and we take that money and we spend that money, and then we got to go make more money. These people have been taught to learn to make business, and you make business, you make money. You blow the money, you still making business. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't give us those lessons coming up, and I think that's a big part of the problem and things like that. So we're so selfish when we do get in this game and have a place for opportunity or success that once we get the bag, we're not trying to share it with nobody else because we wasn't taught that.
We also trying to eradicate generational curses.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If I look back in my family for 100 years, everybody was broke.
Yes.
And it's like we trying to do some new shit and set it up for our future of our family where they got money and they got businesses and they got shit to do. So we doing something because of hip hop. We doing something that's never been done in our family tree.
100%.
So it's a different kind of pressure once you really understand what you trying to do, you know, and then you gotta, our kids gotta wanna work like we work, which is almost impossible. Even in the, you know, I got the richest billionaire friends, 100 million, 200 million. They all like, oh, my son and my daughter wanna try this and that. They always end up running the business, the same business. If your daughter hated selling marble, she could be an artist, she could be a whatever she want to do. When all that shit fail, they come back to run the business. So that nepotism shit, I ain't trying to hear that with Black and Latinos because I've been seeing that throughout the rich white community my whole life.
I'm totally with that. Like I got my son working in this building. I got him working in this building from the ground level, doing construction, fixing whatever we need to do, cleaning. Because I want him to learn every piece of this building moving forward. Because if I go or if I can't be there or something happens where I need somebody that's knowledgeable and capable of doing the job, I need to know that he knows every single thing, and I could go to sleep and I know he gonna come in here and boss up and do everything that's needed the same way I would.
Shout out to Sonny. I've been watching you, Sonny. Irv Gotti's son, you know, Irv passed. So Sonny, you know, he in there with my man Trigger Tone, and they doing buildings and they making houses and flipping houses. But I see him in there with the nail. I see him in the dumpster. And you know, Sonny, you know, I'm sure he got paper, so he's trying to learn the ins and outs before he starts actually putting his money up to flip the houses. That's very important.
No, it's very important to leave a blueprint for your kids to follow after. I mean, a lot of us didn't grow up with our parents. I didn't grow up with my father, so you know, I had a tough time learning what it was to be a man by having to deal with so many different people that were supposed to be father figures in my life, and you get confused with that and things like that. So, you know what I mean? So now it's like me. You won't know till you grow is what I always tell myself, and time don't lie. I'm able, and I'm glad that I'm able enough to be here this long to be able to leave a blueprint for my son, for him to see the hard work that I have put in. I ain't perfect, but he know every day I get up, go out there, try to get a bag to feed us.
Ain't none of us perfect. We try to make it look perfect, but ain't nobody, especially anybody in our community or hip hop or something, it's not perfect. You know, we come up from fucked up shit, and you know, when I see kids talking about, you know, they kill themselves because they got bullied. Ain't nobody got beat up like me. No, nobody got their ass whipped, and I'm white. So, you know, I used to pound out and they get lucky and hit me with one back smack.
And they look
I got
like,
an eye
and
jam.
they got
like Fat Joe got beat up. I beat the brakes off. Hit me with a little knuckle. Bang, I got the eye jammy. Now, yo, Fat Joe got pounded out. Man, listen. He's your man here, he was in junior high school with me. He know he was from there. He's actually from where I used to get bullied. And so no Spanish had juice over there. And I had to fight 20, 30 every day of my life, like every day, pulling my hair. I had hair. Them was whipping my ass so bad, but guess what? I never dropped out. I kept going back to school. And, you know, eventually, you know, we paid a couple guys back. But, you know, when you talk about getting bullied and killing yourself and that's crazy.
But let's get right into it, because I love to hear you talk, and you have amazing stories. But for me, I've been around for a long time, and I know these stories to be very true. You know what I mean? Like, but when you hearing it, people hear it and they sound like you telling Superman stories, and then I'm sit back laughing, and they got the old Joby cap, and I'm looking laughing like, y'all so young that y'all couldn't even imagine the type of things that this man has done outside and in the culture. And then
well, I can give you,
me end up being with Pone. Pone be telling me, nah, Joe been famous
he ain't got
and had a lot of clout since junior high school. Like he been rapping, like he always had the crowd around. Like you know, it's crazy about the full circle moment, how my life always led close to you in so many different ways.
That I could tell you that I never really explained. So the area we in, this is where we got our money, right? There's been a drug area since the 60s, since the Nicky Bonds eras and all that. So in every block, I don't want to tell you the numbers, but from every block going down the 10-block radius, they had like 10 dopes on every block. 10 dopes. Sunkist, Coca-Cola, Pepsi. You go to the next one. Nestle, chocolate, this, that. For 10 blocks, they had 10 dopes. When it came to my block, there was only one dope. Skip the block, 10 dopes. So you can call it cap all you want. I'm from this hood right here. This is where I threw it down at. So I'm trying to let you know that everybody we look at, everybody we call tough, everybody we call a living legend, all of them was paying rent out here. What rent means is there's a out here who comes and says, in order for you to sell drugs, you got to pay me. And they pay him thousands of dollars, right? I never understood that. But guess what? The rent skipped my block, and the other 9 dopes, they skipped my block. and went to the next block. These are facts. If you got OGs in here who know about what was going on out here, it is what it is. You know, thank God through the grace of God, you know, divine intervention. You know, I got real lucky in my life through being a good person.
You got God with you.
God is with me.
You got angels with you.
And through being a good person.
Because
if you ask these three guys right now, would they do it again? I don't know if 2025 is the same temperature, but them guys definitely, you know, stood tall and was like, nah, he ain't got nothing to do with this. Let's go to trial. Or you know, my man, my best friend, he copped out 46 years. You know, it came to him every day. So imagine this. So you're doing, you going to court. It usually take 2 years, 3 years. They held his shit up for like 6.5 years before they sentenced him, just to come every single day in the cell and be like, you want to talk about Joe now? He's like, nah,
it's scary,
I'm good. And my whole life, you know, now we making money off podcasting, telling stories, but my whole life, I was that wouldn't tell the story. I'm the guy that don't got no pictures with Biggie Smalls.
We didn't know how to do that back then. It was a whole different time, a whole different era. People were scared to take pictures. People be mad that if you came in the club and nigga was taking pictures, like, that's your man, why you taking pictures in here? Why you got a camera with him? Like, who the fuck runs around with a camera and shit like that? Like,
Yo,
so
Jim Jones,
it's a whole different time right now.
I promise you, if Fat Joe was a picture taking, they would shut down every Blanco. Tell him Blanco said it. Tell them all them shits that they show the old school niggas. They would lose that shit. They would throw it away. They'd be like, nah, this is cheating. If I took the picture in front of the McLaren 560, it was hot out here with a 190. I had the convertible white 560 McLaren, was a $150,000 car when it was good with Suzuki sidekicks and shit. I was coming to Willie Burgers in all type of Benz and Beamers and brand new Pathfinders with the plastic still on the seat with the Dapper Dan. I've been on Dapper Dan since I'm 14. These niggas here. I've been in Harlem. Man, listen, man. Listen, he's crazy.
Because I need people to hear that, because the way you sensationalize stories, people always think that, oh, this nigga gotta be bugging. There's no way. But I'm just saying, like, a kid coming up from New York City, the Bronx and Harlem, I was outside and seen you really in action. Like, the first person with a sneaker store, clothing store, was Fat Joe. What year was that? 4?
92 or something.
3rd Avenue. You had 2 of them. It was one location, then it got shut down because you used to have the big snorkels and shit like that. You heard? We went to get one, then the shit was closed down, and he went around the corner and shit like that. So it was like, yo, bro, watching your moves and your progression from really being in the streets, seeing you with really bona fide human beings. We ain't got to say no names, like, and then seeing you elevate in this game was total inspiration for niggas like us. I'm in high school watching you do this. You did. So
that's crazy.
We took certain things for inspiration that we needed. You heard? That's why I talk about this like Nas. Like, Nas was a great inspiration for me in high school. I'm watching you niggas change the game before our eyes, really putting that dope boy feeling of the shit that we really was outside going through.
He inspired my career.
Nas?
Yeah, because if you think about it, I was Flojo. So I'm like, bust it, check it, watch how we wreck it, AKA whack. And then when Flojo was out of nowhere, Showbiz came and picked me up, and he's another one that did it, legendary. He came and picked me up in the drop top Benz and was like, yo, you gotta hear this. And the nigga played that Illmatic. And not only did I love it, but it scared the shit out of me, because I said, oh, the game gonna change. You either lyrical and nice, or you're
can we put this
you're
out there for
stomp. Yes, the idea.
Did Nas change the cadence of rap?
Change the whole game.
Did he change the cadence of rap? Did he change the way we motherfucking spit this music?
Well, let's just say Big Daddy Kane, then Coogee rap, and Nas is a mixture talking that young shit.
100%.
And the thing about Nas, the whole, I wouldn't say gimmick, but the whole thing about Nas is he was saying the most shit, but he was saying it like
it was too fly.
Effortless.
It wasn't like the way
fly.
we was
He
hearing.
wasn't trying hard.
Yeah, it wasn't
like he was just like realizing the realism they doing all that shit.
It just was different.
And it's like, it was just different. He was the leader of the new school.
The videos and everything, like, bro, like, I mean, it is what it is, but I tell people I've always been a super fan of Nas, no matter what. I got on the playing field. You know how it is once you become a professional in this league and shit like that. But
it's just
a
everybody.
fact
We all think we do something. This whole game, it's not even our fault. We were taught competition since it started. There was a show on TV that played like 2 weeks. It was called Graffiti Rock. And the first shit was Kumo D and them. That was Harlem. Kumo D and them against Run DMC. They battled on TV the first show. So it was like, this has always been competition. From the drip to the cars to the music to the whole lifestyle, the whole nostalgia of it. It's always been
on every level. Friendly competition, aggressive competition. It's always been competitive. You dig? Like, we go to a spot like, oh, who gonna be there? Oh, niggas gonna have that shit on. Hold on. Let me go through the closet and make sure I got to step through. Like, that's how the game is built.
That's how it was out here. All right, so that y'all can know this area right here, at any given time, first of all, it looked like nothing like now. It was abandoned. It was like buildings was blown up, stray doors all over, this, that. And every block you turned an abandoned block. And it'd be 10 Benzes in a row with fucking outside with chains. I'm not lying. That Opie Megatron, his bracelet was as big as fucking the fucking eagle that fucking
Ghostface had?
Ghostface had. Opie used to be on the phone in 146 in Brook, and he had a solid gold bracelet with Santa Barbara right here. Then he had the chain with the round. The shit was solid. I'm not talking about rope chains. Solid with the shit. And that was a normal, Opie's on the phone, on the pay phone. Like, and you turn to certain corners. I remember I used to turn over there because all we could do is just drive around, to be honest with you. Lambert houses, I don't know who the Spanish was over there. Gee.
Lambert is a loose-ass house and project still to this day, bro.
Corner, they was some little Spanish and had chain. I mean, literally. Shit like this, Dapper Dan down to the... I don't know what happened to all of them. They got to be in the feds for 10,000 years telling the stories. But I'm driving around Harlem, the Bronx. Harlem, I believe it's 126, right? So we cross over the bridge. The Harlem, that's what I want, guys. By the way, I'm trying to donate so much shit to the community. So when I die, you got to die to get a block. I want the bridge. I want the Harlem and the Bronx Bridge
with 38th Street.
I want that to be Fat Joseph Cartagena Bridge. You got to die for that. But I'm going to give back so much fucking money. It's going to be hard for them to, like, not do it. I'm telling you, when I'm finished, God willing, inshallah, I gave so much shit back that they're going to be like, nah, we got to give them the bridge. But that bridge, right? You go on 126 and you drive, let's say, going towards the Apollo. That church, I believe is on Madison Avenue, was a crack spot. The church where, who was those guys? Mike and Dave or Mike and Will? They used to throw them parties in that school right there, 132, that shit over there. That's who started Rob Bass. That's who started Dougie Fresh and all them niggas used to start right there. That was the Harlem party. But that 126, they had abandoned. That church was abandoned. It's a church again now. And all you saw was lines.
Bro, the crack era
No, I mean like 200 people on line.
Weeks.
Out of a church.
They sold drugs out the church while the church was open on Weeks.
I didn't know it was open.
The church on Weeks Avenue, the church worked. There was Sunday services. They were selling drugs out that shit all week.
Yo, Rich, you stop me if I say too much, right? Because this is a serious one I'm about to tell you here, Fee. I went to a party one time, right? And there was these chicks. They was the hottest chicks in the Bronx. So let's just say the Bernice Burgos and all that at the time. They got dumb enough that they throw a house party and every nigga from every hood pull up. Every drug dealer, every nigga from every hood pull up. I pull up one deep. I never was even fucking with these bitches. I just pull up to the party, house party. I walk in there. It's like 10 niggas in the lobby. You know, that type of shit. Be lucky when you go to another hood and get out of there, right? So I got the hammer on me, right? And I know, hey, man, I know what I'm capable of, right? So by the time I come back, I went one deep. I don't know why. And I walk out. They sizing me up. They were Spanish, too. It wasn't even like, it was like, yo, what's up with this walking through here? These bitches got They dumb Aggie. I don't even think them bitches invited them to the party. They in
They
the
from the
lobby.
building.
I go towards the truck, and they come outside and they start talking crazy.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Super allegedly.
Super allegedly. We having fun.
Nigga, I jump in that truck. Nigga said, like some shit I never heard in my life. The fully. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, is there a car? If it was real life, I'd be running with the shit like the Flintstones. They let some shit go that I never heard in my life. Moral to the story is, I leave. That was normal shit for everybody, right? In the Bronx. You got home, right?
I want to bring up a story just to get how you feel about it, because I don't think we ever really talked about it. So I was at a concert.
Can't talk about Jim. And
We not.
All right.
You know I'm different with this shit.
I know.
We don't get into none of that type of shit. We can talk about shit. We can talk about it, have fun with it. Just want to show you how the respect you have for the game and how powerful it is from our era, because I don't think it would be the same today. So I'll break it down. It was a concert. He was on stage. French was on stage. I ended up doing some bottles, trying to hit French. Cool. At that moment, I know you probably wanted to kill me when the bottles started hitting there.
Hear me, nobody. You know, all this shit they dissing me, cap, and suck my dick, and that's all in the internet. No one has ever dissed me publicly in front of anybody, but I had a special heart for you too. You know, we go back from the day one, from, you know what I'm saying, when you hanging out with Pun and all that. Oh, I was furious. You know that, Jim.
But I want to show, all right, so I did this and I know Joe was furious. So somebody calls my phone like, you know, Joe want to speak to you. Need to have a meeting with you. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. They say you want to do it at Koch. I'm like, you want to do it at Koch? All right, cool. So you know this game is about chess. So I pull my big one. I call somebody that knows Joe very well. And if you know how the streets go, if you walk in a place with the right person, everything is out the window. It's all I walked in.
So what did he say when you called him, that guy, initially?
No,
when you told him y'all going to meet with Fat Joe.
Oh, when I called him?
Your man.
He was like, bro, your little ass got to calm down, bro, for real. I'm about to come see you right there. We gonna
how much work I put in with his brother?
He said, Joe is my man. I don't think it's that. He said, did anything happen to Joe? I said, nah, it missed him, but I know he pissed off. He said, I got it. I'm going to come with you down there. I do believe this could be easy resolved. And sure enough, I walked in with Big Bro, and Joe said, how the fuck do you know this nigga right here? And the whole problem was out the window right there. He still had a 2-hour conversation with me about gangster shit and shit I should do and shouldn't do and shit like that. But the edge was off once he seen my dude.
Let me ask you a question, because you squashed it with French.
Right.
Right. So when I was talking to you, you wouldn't hear it, but years later you squashed it.
Uh-huh.
Is this one of them instances where you say, man, maybe Joe was saying real shit back in them days?
100%.
Because it happens to me.
100%, but sometimes we don't hear it at the time.
You don't.
You heard?
I just had that conversation.
You got to go through some personal shit with your own self to be like,
had
bro,
that shit.
You
Listen,
get this
I just
out of
had that conversation with one of our friends, the super up. Like we can't, the biggest. Listen, the biggest drop. Like I was with Bone Thugs and Harmony every day. They were selling 30 million. I was selling 2 records. But they loved me and they knew Joe was real. I held them down. I seen shit happen to them, how the record label was jerking them and all that. And I felt, because I wasn't as big as them, I didn't want to say nothing, but I should have told them like, yo, this ain't it, right? And so even now to this day, I had to speak to one of my friends, my brothers, I'm probably giving it away, just about life. And I said, you know what, Joe? He's 1,000,000% going to take it the wrong way. But I also ended it with, in 5 years, when this little whatever's going on right now is over, you're going to look back at this and say, damn, nigga Joe tried to put me on to this shit. I told him right there, right in the spot. I said, 5 years. 5 years when your mind changed, everything's over, you're going to look at me and say, damn, this nigga had the heart to tell me something. You know, and sometimes you feel like, you know, I don't know, I'm one of those, I gotta keep it real. If I feel like my man is marrying a chick that ain't right, not put his coat, just put,
at least gotta let him know. If
you know how they be saying in court, for the record, Exhibit A?
Yes.
I pull over on the West Side Highway, I go, yo, bro, blah, 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 on you. Nah, I'm good, I got...
Long as I said it. As long as I said what
No, God bless you, and I wish you're right. I just wouldn't be a real brother if I didn't just try to tell you what I see. Let me ask you a question.
All right.
So have you been seeing Hocus 4/5 doing the put the flag down?
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that?
To each his own. You heard? But I think it's a way to do everything. I think that the positive message that he's trying to push, he didn't have to drop his flag to do so. You heard? Like, we in a war right now, you heard? And us being in a position and for the things that people see us for, it's either going to work two ways for us. Negative or positive is how you paint the picture. I've been turning this picture into a positive situation for a long time. I ain't the perfect person. I know what I chose to get into. I know the brotherhood that I'm a part of, and I know why I'm here. The reasons I started with are not the reasons that I'm ending with. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in a real solid place where I can help a lot of these kids that grew up misplaced and just in the hood with nothing to look forward to, and nothing. Like, I can help that. I can help offset that. And even if I can help one person, then I know I did my job, and maybe that one person can help somebody else. But people put themselves in certain situations, and I don't know certain situations, so I just don't want to talk bad about nobody that's probably trying to get himself out of whatever he's into. But I do know for a fact that this is a little bit deeper than dropping the flag for me. You heard? Like, I started something that has destroyed a lot of lives, that had put a lot of people in danger. Like, I know that wholeheartedly. I take accountability for everything that I do. You heard? But in the flip side is that I'm still here and I'm still moving with my brotherhood, and I'm showing them a positive thing. What I've done has not been done where I'm from. You heard? So when they look at me and they see me being a businessman, an executive, an artist, a successful person, a good father, I'm changing the narrative for all people that's affiliated with gang and had to come up through gang culture because they never had the brotherhood that they needed to. We don't have that support system coming up outside. It's lonely outside.
Taking advantage of
100%. 100%. There's nothing pretty about this lifestyle. I'm not trying to paint a pretty picture. You heard it's a disgusting lifestyle.
I ever tell you about the time they tried to force me to get in the gang?
What? Where you was at?
You never heard that?
No.
Yeah, New York, right here. So they come, and I'm already Fat Joe the rapper. Big Pun's already platinum, right? I used to ride my bike through the Bronx every day. So with every corner I usually ride my bike on, they got dudes in every corner. So I said, let me see what these dudes wanted, right? And so I go in, and I get me a Diet Pepsi. By the time I come out, it's 30, 40 of them. Yo, such and such want to talk to you, this and this and that. I said, all right, I get on the phone with him. You got to understand, I got this history. I'm not just a rapper. Like, I was outside. If you were tough, you was getting money, or you was this, I know you. Or if I don't know you, chances are you wasn't getting, right?
Hold on, pause. For y'all that don't know, for you newcomers, if you play with Joe, Pun, or any of these Spanish niggas coming up in this game, your ass was getting handed to you, straight up and down. They was walking over and running through you. I didn't care what crew you had, who you was running with, biggest rappers, smallest rappers. They was coming and they was running. They not playing with you. They going over shit, bro. I'm telling you, I watched this on numerous amounts of occasions. Didn't matter how many people you was with, nothing. These Spanish niggas go dumb. All right, cool.
So let me explain this. So they put me on the phone. They put me on the phone with the boss of bosses or whatever, and I tell them, yo, come to Jimmy's Bronx Cafe, right? So it's me, Pun, Raul, and another one of our guys, you know, the guy he fought his case, he beat his case, that guy, right? We 4 deep. The guy, the boss of all bosses, he come, and he tells me, yo, you know, you two are Latino. Everybody looks up to y'all. We really need, you know, Snoop Dogg is in the allegedly. Suge Knight's in the allegedly. All our kids, we 5,000 deep, and they all saying they want Pun and Joe to be in the Yalla. So I tell them, you see what you saying? The only reason I'm telling this story right now is because you came with a twist. You said, I turned this into a positive, and I'm doing shit for the younger dudes in the community. And all. When I asked this guy, all right, what's the prize? Like, who's the illest? He said, that's easy. Such and such. He's doing double life sentence. A human being can't touch him. I said, okay. Now who's the second? Very easy. This guy's in the box for the rest of his life. He's a legend of all legends, right? So now you telling who's a multimillionaire who made it out of nothing that my grand prize is sitting in solitary confinement the rest of my life. I said, do you have a school teacher down with this gang? Nope. Do you have a business owner down with this gang? No. I said, well, I'm about getting money. What the fuck makes you think I want to join the gang? I don't want to join the gang. And no disrespect, I told him, because he kept telling me he got 5,000. I said, I got 9. And we gonna keep shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. If you think you putting pressure on me, we gonna let that shit fly. Legend. Homeboy laughed at me. That was it. That was the one time they tried to recruit me in a gang. So my perspective of it was, how can I join a gang if I'm about getting money? You understand? And the thing about them too, without being disrespectful, is that, you know, this New York City had no gangs. At one time,
let's not do that. It always was gangs, Joe.
Yeah, but
let's break it down,
wasn't
Joe.
Blood, Crips.
No, but in the 70s, there was hella gangs.
A lot of gangs.
Okay, so don't do that, Joe.
Let's just say.
But what's the difference, Joe?
It died down. All those guys
the
either
70s
got
died
killed,
down.
went to jail.
But New York is known for gang culture.
They had gangs since day one.
Warriors,
right?
everything.
We didn't see it in our era, right? So my era was all about get money. If I go to Harlem, I know who Blue is. I know who Fritz is. I know who D. Ferg is.
Big
I know who,
No Fear.
I know who all these guys are, right? Even your man to be the Mecca Audio. I knew all of them, right? In the Bronx, I know who the Cutiaki and all of them. I know Chicky for Southern Boulevard. I know Boy George. I know Pistol Pete. I know everybody I need.
These are all heavy New York hitters. Every name that he just mentioned.
For 10,000 years.
Heavy hitters.
But what I'm saying is they all really know Fat Joe, and I know them, right? We was all friends. But what happened is the gang shit started, and everybody started wearing like a shirt, like a new shirt. See, I don't want to give it let's just say the gang was green shirts. Now every you ever smacked in the back of your neck, or you considered a nondescript, doing a green shirt, and all of a sudden they was somebody.
Yep.
But how you gonna convince a that been putting in that fucking work since he's 14 years old, who ran the neighborhoods where them was fucking skateboarding in, that they tougher than me because they got a green shirt? I don't see the logic. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I never bought in. I was here from the birth of the rebirth of gangs. You correct. It was a rebirth of gangs. When I was a little kid, you had the Savage Nomads. That's how hip hop started.
Come on, talk
Black
about it.
Spades.
Yeah, come on, talk about it.
You had all the Chingalings.
Talk about it.
And
so the gang culture is not too far removed from what New York is known to be throughout the history.
It was gangs before our time. Our fathers had to deal with the gangs. Our mothers had to deal with the gangs.
All right, so let's get to this. The Block. The Block is a gang too. Like, I'm from 7th and everybody on 7th is with you. That's a gang, bro. Let's not do that, Joe. Like this, I love how people paint these pictures in the hood. If you from 7-1 and everybody say I'm from 7-1, there's no difference from a gang.
How about this now? I be watching the young boys on the YouTube, and both my hoods allegedly to the YouTube is fucking Warren. From Forest
to across the street.
Washington.
Across
No, these are both places I grew up. I grew up with him in Washington. I grew up far, and they showing the war. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Am I that lost that I don't know what's going on out here?
We older. There's things going on in the street that we can't fathom because we not too far removed, but we're a little bit older. You heard? So there's movements that we won't understand and shit like that. But we're aware.
I like that.
I can't change everything.
When the other gang approached me, they had no Jim Jones.
Okay, then.
They had nobody talking about they opening businesses, they putting youth to work, they're providing. I see you give back all the time.
You know how many members I've gave them jobs?
I don't even know how you give back so much. I watch him. I said, damn, this
I'm broke.
money.
Not like that, but I give back so I can give back.
Jim Jones give back, bro. Like, I know who give back and don't give back. And it's sad because in this game of hip hop, right? In this game, all right, put it like this. Let's keep it above, right? You grow up, I'm born, and I'm going to break all this shit down to you. I'm born in Bronx, Lebanon, and Fulton. Across the street from where Larry Davis shot them cops. When Bernard Getz shot the 3 black in the train, they was from my grandmother's building, 3673. I'm just trying to tell you how my arm was always on the 3rd rail from inception. See, the point is, they never give a shit, though. I really want y'all to know that. No one gave a shit. When I was a kid, nobody gave me a pair of sneakers. You know how long I waited for the suede Pumas? I was rocking Jocks combo with the strap. You asked me why I spent so much on my sneakers? When I was a kid, they used to laugh at it. I wanted the V-Bomber. My father went and got me the plastic V-Bomber that melt in the radiator in junior high school.
100% with the fake fur.
So you trying to tell me about how we give back to the community and how we help? Nobody gave a fuck about us.
At all.
I got a store 10 minutes from here with a school in that shit where we teaching the kids right now, after school program.
Yep.
Right? So we give back as much as we can. We give back food, money, this, that. And so our community too.
You see how you said you want to make sure the bridge is named after you?
Yeah.
When I leave, I want to make sure that they know I gave more than I took, because I be taking a lot.
No, I love that shit. Yo, but Jim, what I'm trying to tell you is our community, right, become desensitized. And you got to think back about when you grew up. Did anybody give you a fucking life? I got cousins that don't even know their fathers.
Bro,
For a father, I got a nephew, his father ain't never given him a pair of underwears. I've been taking care of him since he was a baby. His father never gave him a lollipop or an ice cream. And he still see his father and be like, yo, dad, what's up? You know, love his father. But the other day, Jay-Z, he does the reform shit. They raised $20 million to bail people out, pay for lawyers for niggas who ain't got lawyers. You know he do this every year. You watch them comments? Fuck that, it could be more. Yo, that shit really ain't going.
You can't make no one happy. No one, you cannot make none of these people happy, bro. You could do the most amazing shit in the world, and
your father ain't give you a lollipop. Your dad, the man who brought you into this world, ain't give you an underwear, a fucking icy. And you looking at the next man donating $20 million like, yo, that shit ain't, or the mother, yo, that shit, yo, y'all is crazy out here.
You can't make nobody happy, bro. I've learned that. Somebody told me that the other day, bro. As much as good as I see you do, bro, just keep doing you. Because if you worry about how people feeling about you, they always gonna talk shit. No
Can't
matter
even.
What you do.
There's some people that I helped to the point of they would have did life in jail if it wasn't for me. How about that? How about a like me, Joe Crack, who kept it real? A guy I grew up with, who I only knew till we was 16 in real life, right? You with these guys every day. So you with a guy till you 16 and he winds up going to jail for 20 years. You ain't really with him every day. You got to be out here putting in that work. That's where they get confused. When our guys go to jail, they don't realize you out here whipping niggas down. You got to do whatever you do,
bro.
To like.
Do niggas think it's easier to
go
to jail? They think it's harder to be in jail than to be out here in the streets? It's way harder to survive on these streets, getting money, ducking, dodging police than being locked up in jail. cop.
It's harder
and
in
no
there.
disrespect to
I don't
anybody that's
wish
in
it to
jail.
nobody.
100%. But these streets is hard to be on.
Listen. So
Period.
I got a guy, I just give you a thing, right? And I got a guy, we 16 years old. He allegedly, he says he ain't do it. I pawned my jury. I've done that several times. I pawned my jury to get him a lawyer. This telling me it's us three every day. He's telling us he ain't do it. They start the trial, they pick the jury, this, that, we with him. Lady comes up on the stand. Miss, what's your name? I'm Josie, the window lady. Could you say that? Josie, the window lady. I so much in the window, my arm on the window. She's explaining that her arm print, the window seal, bends like a fucking arm. She's at that fucking window now if she's alive. She's the biggest munching cheddar gossiping bitch in the hood.
Munching
the
cheddar
window. The window, you get what I'm saying? The shit is curved because she's out there 24 hours a day watching everybody sell drugs, take a piss by the car. Dude, she see it all. She's the first witness. I see everything. So you see the guy, she said, yes, this guy right there. His lawyer gets up. I never knew you could do this. He stops the trial. Excuse me, 10 minutes, please, this is that. We go in the back. Telling you as your brother, if you do 20 years, I'm going to visit you for 20 years. I'm going to be your brother. I'm going to be with you no matter what. He had a daughter. We made sure every Christmas she was straight, everything. This is his mother. We made sure his mother was straight. I go to visit. Now I'm Fat Joe the rapper, the biggest in the world, pulling up state in tour buses with Pun. We visiting this nigga. We shouting him out on every record. The moral to the story is he comes home. We give him a brand new Hummer, crib, this, whatever, take care of him. This YouTube era starts, and he starts shitting on me on the YouTube. Did I play myself going to visit a for 16 snowstorms, 16 years, took care of his mother, kept it real?
You just show character, and he gonna remember that forever. I mean, whatever it is, but you show character. That's the God.
It was nothing when the was on YouTube telling jokes about me and trying to sun me on YouTube. Was laughing with him.
But that's
where's the keep it real shit?
Niggas be holding ulterior motive and resent for so long. They'll hold that shit for 40 years just to get in position to do something weak to you after all of that.
I'm not lying to you. I paid for the lawyer. I went to visit every week. There's no way. I'm telling you, every friend he knew turned their back on him. When you going for a murder that people think you did, you ain't got no more friends.
At all.
You be clear that fucking courtroom be dead ass empty. Niggas already wrote you off. You ain't gotta say guilty. You're guilty. You're gone. So I'm over there keeping it real. I'm famous, Fat Joe, pay for the lawyer, this and this and that. And the last argument I ever had on life was with him. And we in the middle of the street arguing. I look, the nail salon ladies are looking, the supermarket looking, the bus driver, and they like, yo, Fat Joe arguing with a nigga. I say, oh, you the last nigga I'm ever gonna argue with in the street. You're not even worthy. And I told him too, I said, listen, if you did for me what I did for you, the only reason you out of here, I wouldn't have the heart to argue with a nigga. But it tells me who you is. But I've been through all that betrayal, trials, and tribulation where I kept it 2,000%. Some people don't know how to embrace a real friend.
100%.
A real brother.
I can't say that. It's strange to a lot of people. They might feel like they open to it, but it's strange to them. A lot of people don't know what real love is. When they see a person that really put on for you and love your soul, there's nothing strange about that. You need to hold that tight to you because you're not going to get too many of them people that's going to do that for you. You heard? You got one person that's going to stand up for you, bro. You better keep them people tight, close, bro, because that don't happen too often. And I had to learn to be that for myself. instead
No,
of
I'm
being
still
that for
learning
everybody
that
else.
to this day.
You heard? Like, you got
Nah,
to be
I
that
still
for
learn
yourself
that to
before you
this
be
day.
that.
But you got to understand, every now and then you reach a roadblock. But what God is doing is a limpieza. It's called a cleansing. It's up to you to see, then, do they got my back or not? Do this, and then he'll show you. You go through some shit. He'll show you who's with you and not.
Nah, bro.
So when you see they're not really with you, don't lie to yourself. You got to move on. Thank you. You took these people out of my life. I thought they were real deal.
If God
and when
shows
I
the
think,
sun,
when I think real deal, I think I die for you. I go to jail for you. I give
Did
my
all
last dollar to you.
did all that.
Like when I think my family, there's nothing I won't do for them. So, you know, it's crazy. When you got somebody like that in your corner, I suggest you don't play with them. And you keep it as much as a buck as they keep it with you, because it's too rare. Even Fat Joe go through some shit, and I see certain people pump fake, and I'm like, I thought they was the peoples.
And it don't even be about money, bro. It to be you know what I mean? To be like I thought you was you heard, like, I thought you was really him, but it's a lot of niggas. All right, let's skip all that. I want to ask you a question, and you don't got to answer it, but I think, how much do you miss Pun?
Oh, man. Pun was the best. He was like, that was the best time of my life. And I'm going to tell you why. Not just because of missing Pun, is we experienced so many things for the first time. We was naive. The man went first Latino to go double platinum. You know what the fuck that felt like? I'm standing behind him. It was like every day was a party. Every day was like some new shit we didn't know. We didn't know what we know now that we talking about people letting you down and you thinking they're your friends. At that time, we really thought everybody was our friends. So we was having the time of our life. It's sad that he passed away so fast. I wish the world got to experience him. Imagine a Big Pun podcast.
Bro, listen to me. I don't
Jesus.
people. I had so many great times. You know, Pun and Tony would come pick me up in the Bronx in a conversion van with a real love seat in it. The real love seat from Bob's Furniture. Pun got that in the conversion van. He was the first person I seen make it rain in the strip club. He grabbing a big ball of money, throwing full speed in the wedge at the girls' heads. Like, bro, we was on a plane one day. He was, I know you've been on the plane with him. He would start riots on the plane. This is before 9/11 when you could do damn near anything on the plane. Bro, he's throwing full cups of ice at us, full water fight on the plane, pillow fight on the plane. Like, Pun was different.
And one time, he would play games with everybody. See, you got to understand, Scott Storch spent $85 million on cocaine.
Yo, that's just, bro, where the fuck did that just come? $85 million on cocaine is wild, bro.
Ain't never sniffed cocaine in front of me. Do y'all hear me? For the cap lovers, the man sniffed $85 million worth of coke, and to this day, I never seen him sniff coke. I haven't. Jada told me the same shit. Everybody.
I was in a session in Miami in that big
he was
ass house he
sniffing
had.
these light bulbs, huh?
He bust out the Michael Jackson watch. He said, "This is a 101. I got this for $93 million zillion. This is Michael Jackson's real watch." That's it, yo, bro. I was my dude looking at me like, oh, he on some Scarface shit. He really on Tony.
So I come, and they hated me. Everybody there hated me because they knew he couldn't get high in front of me. And they damn sure wasn't sniffing cocaine.
You just fucking the party up, Joe.
I'm fucking the party all the way up. Bitches was tight. They're like, my mans who stood behind told me that the second that door shut closed, he was diving in there with keys in it, throwing keys in the air like LeBron James. Diving on the shit. Bitches, yes, he left. It's a matter of respect, though. The point I'm trying to tell you is matter of respect. There's so many things I could tell you that people were alleged of, or people did, they just didn't do it in front of me. They had too much respect for me. And so, you know, that's how we gotta keep it. respectful.
You know what the funny thing is about, and I see a lot of times when around me, and not to, I don't care about
So
people.
I know why I was telling you that story. The nigga Pun used to play pranks on everybody. He never played a prank on me. He threw ice on niggas in the bunks and the thing. He was the foulest. Pun used to shoot at old ladies at the supermarket with the water gun.
No,
The big shits.
Pun
No, I'm
was
telling you.
wild, bro.
Ladies come out the supermarket. By the way, no matter how much money they made, he's the only rapper that I know from New York City that never moved out the hood. With all the money, think double platinum, Freak of Nature, Filthy Rich, Millions. He lived dead in Soundview.
Word.
So the cops used to pull me over. When I go to his house and be like, yo, Joe, the only with a 560 gray Benz is Pun. He keeps shooting the old ladies with the water guns. Soon, we love him. No, the cops used to tell me, we love him. But it's him. And sooner I come in his house screaming, fuck you, you shooting the old ladies. You just, he start laughing. I throw everybody, I
He had a
flex.
great spirit, bro. Like he every time you was around him, you was gonna laugh. He was a ball every time I was around him.
You know, damn, will he think I get to where I'm at? Will he think that Remy will be where she at or fucking Khaled? Khaled was our little man.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see that shit?
Khaled had the biggest glow up. Khaled's had the biggest glow up I've ever seen in hip hop history. I can say that.
Island to island, G6 planes, fucking, they come with the lobsters in his house. They this. Got so much money. First of all, you ill if you got a $500 candle in your house. This got him outside. So when you outside, forget the inside.
You got the
The
big
outside of the house
lit up
is
with the
smelling
big
like
black
Dick
candles.
Teats all the way through. Outside, Poppy, no roof.
It's still smelling like dip tea.
Smelling like Dip Teat, like you in the store.
backyard. You gotta sit.
Backyard is smelling like you inside, indoor fragrance. I'm surprised he hasn't figured out the outdoor AC.
Bro, the first time I met Khaled was in the bottom of a basement doing pirate radio. I was down there with Cam for his first album. This was 1997. Nigga, we had boxes on, no shirt in that hot ass little room Khaled had.
Oh, it was hot, man.
Pirate radio.
Pun rapping on there, Mix 96.
I don't think these kids even know what pirate
No, me
radios
and Pun.
is. Oh, I know that.
We was in that hot ass shit.
That little ass room. You gotta go downstairs.
Sweating.
You got two turntables, one niggas to freestyle.
Sweating them.
Khaled is in there with no shirt on.
Yeah.
And look at him. I can't say that boy, and he surpassed so many people that we watched come up and be tremendous artists. So you never can count a person out. I don't care where they start in this game.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of
Yeah.
this hip hop culture of ours. You can start at the bottom, but you could damn sure end off at the top.
Yeah. You know, I seen you know, I don't talk much. I seen a recent interview where somebody was explaining that Donald Trump been bankrupt like 6-7 times, and now he's a super Billy president of the United States.
Dumb up. Way up. All the way up.
The whole point is, let me tell you, I always tell everybody this. Do you think with all the success that Dr. Dre, all the hits, the best producer of all time, the discovered Eminem, 50 Cent, this, do you think he knew that one day he'll be richer than all that shit from selling headphones?
You never
And
know.
so you never know. You gotta
you
stay in the
never
fucking
know.
game.
100%.
You never fucking know.
What's gonna be your calling?
I don't know what to do. I got missiles headed everywhere.
But the beauty of it is
Maybe one slipped through.
hip hop culture has put us in that position to where you never know that anything can hit for us at any given time. It could be them fans right now. We put the fan on, and all of a sudden tomorrow, oh, Joe got the new fans. 1 million fans sold. You out of here.
Yes.
This is what hip hop does.
No,
for
that's
us.
the beauty of it. And that's
Yeah.
why somebody like you, I commend you. And I always bring you up. Maybe like when we had Tiana Taylor on the Joe and Jada, I was like, you know, we hustlers like Jim Jones, because Jimmy gonna make something out of nothing. If he got fucking lemons, he gonna put them in water and make lemonade. And so, and I'm the same way. So I'm not Jada Kiss. I'm not Eminem. I'm not Big Pun. I'm not Jay-Z. I'm not one of them niggas that was born to rap. Those guys was born rappers.
See, Joe, you see what you said?
What?
We do more than that. People give us lemons. We make lemon meringue pie. We make lemon ices. We make Italian ices. We make lemon everything. We just don't make lemonade. Nigga, what are you talking about? You heard? We make 25 lemon ices for the people outside. We make everything. Lemon heads. We making everything lemon. That's the difference between us.
You know what's crazy is I still ain't hit my lick yet. I'm keeping it a buck.
Trust me, I know.
Yo, but what?
I trust you, I know.
Yo, I still ain't hit my lick yet.
It's crazy
and you might look
home,
at me like,
you go home and
this greedy.
And you say that to yourself when you get home, like, it's crazy. I ain't still hit this.
No, I ain't hit the lick.
I know.
I had a meeting today. And my business partner, Jadakiss, was probably like, I got to get away from because I don't know how to talk to these people other than show them the facts, show them the stats, and be like, we want this.
Of course.
And this, the only reason we in it for. Oh, no, that's cool. We get a lot of money already, but we don't want that money. We want that money. And if the statistics is saying we looking for this, then our shit is like this, then we want that.
We want that, 100%.
Don't be confused, guys.
100%.
I don't want $1 million. I do, thank God, I'm very grateful. I don't want $1 million. I don't want this. I don't want that. I want that.
100%.
And if I'm not getting that at 55, I'm in trouble. I'm just keeping it real with you. If I ain't getting that at 55, I'm in trouble. This is the time. We worked all this time. I don't want to hear, you know, when you act, they always do some bullshit when you act, right? They do some, you laying the groundwork down. You're putting in
bullshit so you don't.
You're not audition,
nah,
just
when
getting
you
your
first,
resume up.
When you new in the game and shit like that, they start hitting you with all type of frivolous shit, so you don't gotta pay you the bag. I want what I'm owed.
Yes.
That's why I do this like
we
this.
already got robbed in hip hop.
That's why I do this on my own.
Because
I don't want no money from nobody else. You're not gonna pay me no pennies on the dollar for something that's gonna make a shitload of money, and then you become the breadwinner.
I gotta respect
my
what
idea.
you're doing. I gotta respect what you're doing.
You're gonna come to me and come to me and want to be my partner, as opposed to coming to me as you're gonna buy me out for me to work. No.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. Mark Wahlberg. I was just shout out to my good friend Scott Udell, the watch guy out there in Long Island. So he opened up a new shit in the Hamptons. I went to the grand opening in the Hamptons, and Mark Wahlberg grabbed me and was like, I love the podcast. It's empowerment. No one can tell you what to do, Joe. You do whatever you want. It's empowerment. That's the beauty of it. And that's the beauty of this. You know, back in the days, we used to go to a record label, ask about our culture, see how he's going to push our music. Was he going to give us a shot? Was he this and this? Now, we want to be podcasters. We make our own shit. You want to make music, you want to do the video, you do it yourself. Everything you do yourself. I want my own store, I buy my own shit. You know how many times came to me trying to say, yo, let me be a partner? What do you want to be my partner for? What are you going to give me? Money? I got money. So what are we talking about? Like, I don't need a partner right now. You know what I'm saying? But the beauty of it is knowing your worth and staying in the game to get that. And that's how I feel, and that's how I work with everything I do. You know, have I caught the lick I want? No. If y'all wondering why Fat Joe still out, and I live a phenomenal life, guys.
Yeah, you do.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Got a hotel backyard. I swear, I feel like I'm in.
You in Miami or some shit, Dubai. Yo, listen, yo, Jim.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, but let me tell him, he had the biggest fruit selection I ever seen in my life at the birthday party. You had, bro, it was like a jungle of fruits you had at your party. I was in heaven at the.
Styles P is a vegetarian. I went and got him the coconuts with the spoon.
Nah,
then
he had
inside.
the Tiffany.
Say the bullshit. You know, you go in. Y'all no disrespect. I was just in an island They brought me the bullshit coconut.
He got the
I want the coconut you can
Tiffany
scrape
bottles.
the
Yeah, nah, he got
inside
some shit.
with
He
the
had some shit.
fucking.
No, you had some shit. You had some shit, Joe. What Tiffany bottles of Ace of Spade, Magnum joints, right? That was Tiffany?
5,000 a bottle.
5,000 up. Yeah, we had a good time at
Nah,
your
we
birthday
had the
party.
best time.
What
We
about
got a-
Jada? Let's talk about Jada. How did you and Jada end up in this space of doing the podcast together?
Man, let me tell you something. I think it's a Rock Nation thing. They put us together and said, yo, y'all should do like some sports and hip hop. We pitched it to like 2-3 people. They said no. And then like 4 or 5 years passed. Oh, we really would have been ahead of the game. We tried to do this 5 years ago. And I'm trying to tell them, yo, listen, don't let Fat Joe go. Like,
You want to hear some funny shit? And not to, but I'm going to show you how shit works. So when I did the drip report, first time I did the drip report,
yes.
I did the first season, right? The second season, I told to Davio Arrivo, I want to turn it into a whole news show. I want Cam to do sports. I want Jada to do sports. I want somebody else to do current events. Call all of them. Only person that didn't agree to what we was doing, you heard? But now they got a sports show and shit. But I'm just trying to tell you, like,
Yeah.
people like us be on shit way before other people be. But sometimes we shoot ourselves in the foot, not just going through it and waiting for the perfect opportunity. So lately, I just been doing shit. Because it ain't no you can't talk about it till your head turn blue. You're not going to make the moment perfect. You heard? But you can make it perfect as you go if it hits. So if I do some shit and it hit, then guess what? Now we got to sophisticate that
I
shit.
do some shit that don't hit, then it just ain't hit.
We ain't got to talk about it no more.
We just keep working.
Thank you.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I'm trying to tell you I ain't hit my lick yet. And you might look at me and say, nah, Joe, you did it up. I ain't do it yet because I want that. I want to leave some shit behind. I want them to paint a portrait of me with a fat cardigan, make me extra swole fat there, and then put it from generations of my family, be like, it's because of that.
A nice oil painting like they used
Yeah,
to make.
oil
the
painting.
The old school
Mona
joint.
Lisa Fat
Shit
Joe.
like that, yes.
Who's that? His name Fat Joe. What? 2025, that busted down, made sure we straight 100
Forever.
years later.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to do. You know, and so with Jada Kiss, I just told him the truth. We sat down, I said, yo, Kiss, let me tell you, I don't know what your finances is, but me, I ain't hit the lick yet. And right over here, I tell them that what people are getting. I'm saying such and such got this, such and such got this, such and such got this, such and such got this. If we come on here and we play the game and we do what we supposed to do, we gonna get it 1,000,000% the bag. He said, I'm down, crack. And I ain't gonna lie, I haven't, I can't find a better business partner. He's game, he's there. Sometimes you do some shit with somebody, they don't wanna work as hard as you. Nah, he's working as hard. He loves the success of the show. He's fully committed. He's funny. And we need that because imagine if Fat Joe and Jim Jones did a show. First of all, we'll have beef with the planet Earth. Or Fat Joe and Tony Yayo, we be too high.
It's coming in too
hot.
Too
much.
But you need that Jada.
Smoke with it. Jada brings me back to earth.
The yin and the yang. Like
the
shit.
odd couple.
Yes.
So when I'm going crazy, he say, yo, hold on.
You have to have somebody opposite of you. Else you're both going to be out of it. You're going to, it's a crash out.
Imagine Fat Joe, Jim Jones, or Fat Joe, Tony Yayo.
Crash out.
Beef.
It'd
be crash out.
By accident, though, because we just talking how we talk.
Yeah, such and such. Yeah, he can suck a dick. Yeah. Oh, I was thinking the same. Imagine we did a live here.
And don't really mean nothing by nothing. Like, yo,
imagine that. We dead ass would be on some shit like that. Like, yeah. Thank God this guy be like, yo, crack. Relax. Yo. Yeah.
That's how your man Pone be like, come on, Pop.
Now we got like codes. Now he'll tell me ahead of time he got some shit called.
Bro, it's funny how they know us so much. They go into a setting and brief us like, listen, don't do that shit in here you be doing,
I'm gonna tell you
bro.
something. I'm gonna tell you a secret, right? The secret. You yourself, Jim Jones, you have this. What I'm describing right now. Trust me, I know you have this in you. Everybody don't have that in them. You understand? Is you told them, that's some Fat Joe shit, by the way, Jim. You told Fab, linebacker, the lineage, you know how to turn something. You know how to turn nothing into something. They go crazy out there. Fat Joe know how to do that. If I'm talking about Glizzy or Joe Button seats,
anything
I know how to
but
do.
I be trying to tell people that's a talent. We go viral right now if we want to. You want to go?
No,
we know how to do
no,
that.
that's a talent.
Turn this shit up in a second.
That-
and go home laughing like I'm going viral.
Nigga, that's social currency. But what I'm saying to you is, with all that being said, Fat Joe, I'm telling y'all, I'm a bug out.
He's a tweaker.
No, I'm a tweaker.
We
nigga.
got a tweaker.
No, I'm a tweaker. Like, yo, I was worried about this interview because I said, man, I might say such crazy shit on there because I know I'm a tweaker. I know I could say some shit crazy.
And I'm not. And
Now,
that's the thing, Joe. I'm not one of these niggas.
You ain't trying to.
I'm editing this shit to a T.
Hold up,
'Cause
listen.
I need us to look, man. You think?
Look what I'm saying. You're doing a great job. But what I'm saying to you is, everybody. What I'm saying to you is, Pistol Pete's here, Rich is here, Fever's here. All my guys are here. None of them know me like Jadakiss know me. And it's scary because I'm so crazy. Nothing is planned. I come and they told you, what, oranges? Remember the time we smacked the nigga with the orange? And it's a true story. It just go, right? This guy been with me for 4 months. And before I'm about to say some crazy shit, he be, he just know from the
how to
twinkle.
compliment what you is going down.
Yo, it scares me.
He
No.
You know how to throw that alley-oop.
Jim.
Like LeBron and what's his name in Miami when the nigga looking back and they got LeBron like, like that right now.
My wife does not know what's coming next out my mouth. I'm telling you, no one has ever studied me like that.
The curve
this guy
so
coming
good,
that shit
though.
be like, I'm like, yo, how this know that I'm gonna say some crazy shit?
Bro, y'all got some shit, bro.
He studied me, legend. Like, he know me better than everybody on earth.
Can I ask you this? It seems that
No, I'm telling you.
It seems that
He like to tell, like he can read my mind.
Making content is more important than making music nowadays.
Yeah, that's what it is. You see the streamers, your man came, Fabio Foreign came out of jail and said he don't rap. He ran and got the streaming shit. Mm-hmm. That's where the money at.
So that way
ain't getting killed over streaming.
Where's that leave the music though? Because the music is is not just about music. Mm-hmm. It's therapeutic. Like it's something different when it comes to the music. It feeds the soul. It feeds the feeling. Like then where we going with the music?
Well, I think you should do it both. I think Jim Jones does both. I think Fat Joe does both. You know what I'm saying? I think you need to make that music, tap into the music, but also create content. But the bottom line, at the end of the day, we running a race. Mm-hmm. And we trying to get to the bag. Mm-hmm. What does the bag mean? The bag means, yes, we're blessed. We make money. But you want the bag that you ain't never got to worry about a day in your fucking life.
Bolsa.
You hear me? I go to dinner with Khaled, that nigga be, it's like $5,000 worth of lobsters and shit. I'm not exaggerating, the whole table. His family comes in 45 minutes later, he says, brand new, my wife can't eat nothing, they've been sitting here for 40, this is dumb shit, right? But if you're able to sleep at night doing wild shit like that, that's the fucking bag. And so what I'm trying to tell you is that, you know, we all need to take the opportunity that's given to us. You know, somebody come from another country. You want to know what's so scary about the immigrants? We just said it. We started it off with the Chinese dudes, the Indians dudes. Somebody come from another country, they see all this opportunity. I got family members, God bless you guys, don't kill me, that they won't move out the projects because they don't want to lose that Section 8. Mm-hmm. Now, they may be intelligent enough to get a fucking business and own a building like this, but they holding themselves down just to keep that Section 8. This is real reality in the hood. We've been seeing this shit our whole life. So you get an immigrant come up in here, or he see the promised land. You see gum and garbage on the floor. That see gold highways. You understand? And so, and they ain't got no ego. They trying to get to the bag. I'm doing the same thing. I believe Jim Jones does the same thing. I believe certain people do the same thing where they're gonna go. You know, you got fucking 50 Cent to do a movie, a superhero, come back and sell some liquor, perform in the club. You know, Rick Ross, same thing.
No, Rick Ross.
I watched Rick Ross
Listen.
perform at a royal wedding, and the next night, this very next night, he's in Memphis at a lounge
But I seen Rick Ross come
with 200 people.
He don't
He
care
getting
about
the
nothing.
bag.
He not letting nothing slide.
Nothing.
He's picking everything on the way up to the bag. He gonna get 3 bags on the way to the bag. Like Ross different. But that's how you gotta be.
I would die if I did what Rick Ross did. Rick Ross, my hat out to him. He's Hustler of the Year every year. He's the shit I watch him do, I can't do it. And I'm going to Mongolia, you hear me? I'm going to Mongolia tomorrow. I got to fly to Dubai, then fly to China, and from China to Mongolia to pay the bills and come back. And so, and if I do that, and I'm telling you, yo, I'm like 20% of Rick Ross, do the shit I can't even understand, bro. And shout out Fat Man Scoop, rest in peace. Fat Man Scoop was the same shit. One day I see him in Africa, the next day he's on stage in China. It was unbelievable.
The will
Shit.
that some people have an unbelievable will to do shit. Like you dig, like some.
And I do. I'm telling you, I got 10 jobs. I'm just not Rick. I can't do it.
Nah, I give it to MC Ricky D. Ricky Ross is one of the biggest hustlers. Like really, I mean, hustle. Like his ethic, like I tip my hat to him. Like hands
No, it's
down.
unbelievable. And we
But
got
that's
a
the
lot
life
of
you
other
wanna live.
hustlers like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, because Rick Ross got the bag. 50 Cent got the bag. They
Yeah,
got the
do.
bag I'm talking about.
Yeah, they do. They there.
And they still moving like
How you gonna keep the bag?
they
though?
went in.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when
you
the
living life.
urge for the hustle stops, then you should stop hustling. You should try to figure something else to do
I'm never gonna
and calm
stop
down.
hustling.
But that's what I tell people. Like
There's
I
gonna be
like
different ways of hustling. You know what I'm saying? And you got to also think about, I don't know if I need to go into such great detail, but you know, we ain't alone. We feeding the whole family. Everybody in Noble in a different state. Them credit cards
you right.
go Noble Miami, Noble New York,
You right.
Steak 48 LA. You know, is eating steaks and lobsters every night. Ringing them up, the whole family. The bag don't come just, the boxes don't come for Joseph. Actually, it don't come for Joseph Cartagena.
At all.
It come for my daughter, my wife, my family, this, that. You know, I just get bills. Be like, yo, 4,500, what? Your son just wrapped his truck. He didn't even ask me.
Where my son at?
No, I'm just keeping it real. These guys, you know, so I'm always chasing the bag so I could never have to look at my family and say, yo, you can't. You can't get that.
And that's the thing. That's a scary feeling. Like, yo, bro, if we stop now, then
Oh, no, you got to tell them, fuck stop now. You got to tell them, like, yo, because this is the problem. This is the whole point, right? I'm 55. I come from an era, I seen crack born, the drug crack, okay? And so I try to explain to people, the people who first started smoking crack was the fly niggas.
100%.
They made it wooler for ain't nothing
100%.
cooler
And they
for the wooler.
and they was getting all the
They had a
money.
song.
But they was getting all the money.
Hold up. They had a song telling them ain't nothing cooler than the wooler. Ha 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 ha. And they smoking that with the bubble gooses, the sheepskins, this, that.
Yep.
They gone. Who was the hustlers who probably would have been the first hip hop entrepreneurs. They put out of business quick. Crackheads.
Fast.
Right? And so I come from so many eras of the 80s and I watch so many this, and I be trying to tell Pistol Pete this, right? And we don't garner a lot, but sometimes people who hate on us, it really hurt our feelings. Cause we from an era when you seen man had it. Man had a run. Man had a run. Man had a run. Now, they drive a truck. They doormans, they mechanics, they own a shop, they own a pizza shop, they own this. We salute them and respect them for the run they had or whatever time they did in jail, but This right here is 2025, Papos. And we doing this like the biggest idols you ever, we don't do that. We don't downplay anybody. But you could take probably the illest idol you ever had from Harlem in the Bronx, and if you really compare the notes, even the guys that we salute and we call them legend and all that, them couldn't wash our socks.
At all. And I don't bring that up around too many people, but I always kind of mention them in my music. Like any hustler, 99% of the hustlers I grew up adoring, I wrapped circles around years ago.
Brother, I've been on yachts. I've been on yachts in the middle of the Mediterranean. I woke up and got on the treadmill in the fucking deck. Like, are you kidding me? Yo, let me tell you something. I done stood on yachts where while I sleep, when I wake up, I go like this. It's a cold Diet Pepsi. That means you're staring at me sleeping while they putting the fucking Diet Pepsi. They don't know that level of yacht. Don't want that type of level of
yachtness, bro.
Y'all don't want that type of work out here. These guys ain't even close. So I look at Pistol P. I said, yo, Pistol, first of all, I don't want to bring this type of energy to you, but like you, they just not outside. They're not outside of jail. You know, he got Dog in the Yard. Shout out the podcast. He got some new shit now where he going in the jail to interview all the legends. Crazy. And guess what? They all went out of jail. All of them.
Nobody wants to be.
No. The illest you ever heard, gunning down, the realest ever created, the animals, the this. Legends of all legends. They saying, yo, Pedro Pete, man, I'm already 40 down. Like, am I going to get home, Pete? So I just want the youth to know that even the legends of all legends that won't talk, that gun down whoever you heard, they run this shit. Just looking at them like they monsters. You only heard their names and they want to come home. Enjoy your freedom.
Yeah, I got a bunch of friends that right now would do anything to be back here.
Pistol Pete has a thing where he interviews everybody who comes home from jail. He tells me he has a new segment now where they're allowing him to go to jail because all he's doing is positive. The fucking names, the Pistol Pete is telling me that he's interviewing. These guys was animals. These guys, I heard these guys running in jail, the fucking knife. These had swords chasing down, hanging them up to, yo, the shit they was doing, and they all, I said, yo, but Pete, such and such, because he's throwing some beyond names, real names, right? I'm like, yo, Pete, for real? He's like, Joe. Motherfuckers want to come home bad. Some of them only got 4 or 5 years left. They already did 40, and that 4 or 5
is killing them.
It's killing them. They want to come home, and guess what? When they come home, I don't think they got much to show for it either, right? Like when they come home, they're gonna live back on these streets on some shit.
It's hard when they come home. It's not the same when you come home. For a lot of people that be locked up, it ain't easy to jump back.
The best shit I could tell your audience is, if the youth are watching us, these stories I tell you and all that was at a time when no one had a camera. No one had a video. These are all folk tales. You could call it cap or call it real, whatever. This was at a time where there is no proof to these stories. You guys, every single thing you do right now outside this building, if right now outside this building I got it popping, there's 10 cameras. There's just nothing you can do.
Yeah, don't do nothing around this building. We got this shit every corner inch. Please
no.
Around this building.
Fuck this building.
I know what
you seen how they caught the niggas who beat up Jesse Smully yet? They found the one to Uber, follow that shit back for 3-4 hours. Bro.
I know a friend, they followed his work for like 30 blocks. Like whatever happened.
No, more than that.
They followed. I'm just saying, these cameras are so
more than that.
They on some Will Smith Enemy of the
More
State
than
shit.
that.
Like they'll follow you to the next state.
I know some that's in jail right now that they followed. They had masks and all that on. They followed that car for like 4 hours and showed them getting in.
Through the camera surveillance.
They didn't have the mask. They followed the car for 4 hours. And then when they said, all right, they started here in, let's say, Sunnyside, Brooklyn.
Yep.
And they had no mask with the same gear on. You're done. You fried. Now, if you think that's what you want to do, Peace to the gods. Be good to you. But I'm going to be honest with you. Just because you're young and you could probably do 15, 20 years, you don't have to do it. So I'm letting you know, all that shit, everything is on camera. Everything is on camera. Do me a favor. Try your best. And I know it's hard, but try your best to make it legit.
Bro, they putting everything on camera too. It's way different than we tried, and not to, allegedly, we tried to get away with every crime that was committed.
Of course.
These niggas nowadays is trying to get caught for every crime that's committed.
And they are.
They going, oh y'all just blick this nigga down right now. You already know, ran through them. Like, I'm like, yo, bro, well.
And that's what we trying to stop right now. We trying to let them know, guys, that one little ride that you take with your mans, that one little ride you take with your mans, yo, let me tell you, man, I got a brother that died, and I ain't talked to my brother in 20-something years. My mother was sick. He tried to talk to me, and I said, shh, with the finger. Shh. Don't ever talk to me in your life. You're not authorized. You're not my brother. No, don't ever. This is my blood brother. He stole a bunch of money from us, right? He's a piece of shit. The point is, this same sucker comes one day in front of the building. He got a black eye. They beat me up. This. I run upstairs. I grab the 2 hammers. Let's go. Get in the car. My man, I can say his name now, Semi. He passed away. Semi drives. We in the regular car, no tinted windows, no nothing. Moral to the story is the cops pull us over 5 blocks away. Now, I'm going to allegedly, I ain't got a problem with it. So I'm like, oh, they did my brother like this. This is before he went bad. I'm willing to throw my whole life away. They catch the 2 guns. But they stopped us in front of a church, no drug area. He gave him the license and registration. We beat the shit in the preliminary trial. They had to throw it out. It was illegal search and seizure. We got lucky, God bless. The point I'm trying to make you is I almost went to jail for a who wound up, my own brother, stealing all our money and fucking our life up. You understand what I'm saying? So, and at that time, they didn't have cameras. So you got to understand that right now, you make an impulsive move. I asked my Uncle Jabu, okay? So my Uncle Jabu is one of the creators of the Rat Hunters. Rat Hunters is a gang in jail that horrible things that happen to you if they get up on you. My uncle's one of the original, I say top 5 dead or alive. I think he was the second one to one. Like, he did 29 years in jail. He's a very ugly guy, right? Rest in peace, Jabu. I love you. But, I mean, was he something terrible in there? Safe to say? Terrible, right? You catch beef, he tell you which one you want. You want the big one, you want the medium, you want the this, let's go, right? So I asked Jabu after 29 years, I go pick him up. I say, yo, Unc, what could you teach me? What I need to know about your story? He said, everybody's in jail for being impulsive. Everybody went to jail for like, fuck that, let's go. Oh, yo, he's fronting right now. Yo. If they would have sat back and said, all right, I really want to do this, then you earned your time in jail. But if you did it over dumb shit, jumping in, doing shit for no reason, there's so many people in jail that they just jumped.
5 seconds of aggression to give you 25 years of depression. You heard? So
me personally, do you think about these guys who missed 25 Christmas? Like Christmas. Christmas, we out Toys R Us, we here, we with the family, we giving back, we this. Dead ass is missing Christmas. 25 Easters. 25, your mother died while you in jail, you can't even go to the funeral. Your father died while you in jail, you can't even go to the funeral. Just talking to you, I did 4 months. I didn't do 20 years. I seen the police talking to grown men in ways you wouldn't believe it. And I seen grown men that you think is tough get their cheeks smacked off and say, pardon me, God, I fucked up. Bah! Smack a cheek or cock diesel dunking in the basketball game. Pardon me, my bag, I must have did something wrong. That's most of these out here. I'm telling you the truth. That's what it consists of. And so listen, it ain't fly. The jail shit ain't fly. One day is too much. One day in jail is too much. I don't know why I feel like I'm preaching to them, but I know your audience is a little
No,
hot.
you need that. This what the audience is about, but it ain't about my audience. It's about people. People need to hear you speak too, because you got a lot of knowledge, you got a lot of history. I've seen you talk me off the ledge a lot of times and things like that. So this is what this is about. Just having regular conversations that we normally have. If I was in your backyard, if I popped up to your store, and then we staying there for an extra hour, like it's always a great conversation.
You know, if I was with you, right? If I was with you when you had Davies, Fab, and them here, no. He said Biggie, but 5001 was clothing Biggie from Harlem. Guy 5001 put every gator shoe, every outfit, every this. Fat Joe been around too long. So when y'all start talking hip hop facts, this is why they be getting dizzy.
I can't really talk about Biggie because Biggie's the greatest. So I can't give him no. I can't really talk about
Biggie the greatest.
But we could have went back and go deep in his foul single soul Timbs and all like you did. But his glow up was tremendous. But you saying 5001 is even crazy because you're right, because Un and them might have gave 5001 $90 million because they was putting every artist in that was remotely around Biggie or anything. Everybody had 5001.
Biggie. Every outfit he ever wore was 5001. They wasn't making fat the bubble goose like that.
They did every outfit was 5001.
But they were making the bubble goose and making the leather for. They was making shit for Biggie that nobody. Let me tell you something. I told a one time it was Tito Nieves' wedding, and he invited me. Big superstar salsa. So I told Guy, I said, yo, Guy, and I'm not really up like that at this time, bro. I'm telling you, I might have had $5,000 in my bank account. Guy charged me $4,950. He said, you want that Biggie shit, Playboy? He came with sky blue hat, sky blue suit, sky blue gators.
Bro.
I almost died that day. When he came with that bill, I was like, what?
Right now,
he
Guy.
said, you want the Biggie?
Right now, he gonna hit you over the head. You don't play with Guy.
You know how many
you're going to pay for that shit.
I spent with Guy, 5001. Big Pun, Fat Joe.
What was the other dude name that used to work there? Was it Troy? Was it Troy? That was like the beginning of 5001, right?
Troy went.
I don't know the history. I'm just saying, I'm just looking at what I seen from in the history. It was Troy, 5001.
Let me tell you something. When you see somebody who you love in any clique, who they really your brothers and this and this and that, and all of a sudden one day you see them disappear and they not part of the equation, 9 times out of 10, they got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. You see it just disappear.
Out of the word.
You can see all the gang flicks in Elmira together. They've been together forever, and then they disappear, or they put the fuzz on his face. He got caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
well, that's
and it hurts more than who pulls out a gun on you and be like, run your shit. I run my shit. Damn, that might have been for that time. Karma, here you go. Right? But when you catch your man.
Steal something from you is the craziest feeling ever in the world.
When I caught stealing from me. By the way, I'm not bragging about this. I'm just keeping it a buck. This year alone, I lost my brother, my big brother. I lost my mother. I lost my father.
God bless you.
I got all type of wild shit happening to me.
God bless you, man.
And I'm reporting for duty to shoot the podcast the next day. It's very hard to fuck Fat Joe up. He's as solid as thus far, he's been real solid, right? All the way out, right? When I catch this stealing from me, Jimmy, I go in convulsions. I
Can't believe it.
I couldn't even talk. If it wasn't for my wife jumped on me
To hold you there.
and hugged me. But to catch one of your best friends stealing from you, I was like, like uncontrollable when my wife had to dive on me. I'm like, please, Joey, please, no, like, why? You look at it, you literally would have grabbed his hand and said, let's jump off the roof together, sure. Right? And that's the biggest betrayal in the world, man. So
you think when it's all said and done, there's no more friends, it's just us at the end?
Man, it's looking sad like that, Jim. I don't want to believe that. That's why I try to be so cool with you so I could be your friend. But, nah. It's important to have a friend.
You know how I feel about friends, though? I love them dearly. And I do know that in this journey in life...
Remind me of what his question was, because I really have to answer that. The world has to hear this answer.
In this journey in life, we're not going to be together forever. Not even with your wife or your spouse. So it's like my time here with my friends, I know it's short-lived because there's other shit that we all need to do. So while I'm here with my friends, I want to have a good time and help them be as successful and do the things in life that's going to lead them to better ways. Because it's going to be a fork in the road where we're going to have to give each other a high five and go live our lives.
Or your friend going to try to kill you.
Or your friend's going to try to kill you. That's a fact. And I've seen that happen too. Both ways. So niggas try to get you locked up or niggas try to really man you down.
Right now, Alto Nights. It was based on a true story. Robert De Niro's in that shit. His friend since 3 years old, 4 years old, man. Try to bang his man out, to take over the mafia. So at the end of the day, you're going to realize, I had a friend, right? His name was Joe Bentley. Joe Bentley did mad time with my Frank. He did like 10 years. So when I met him in Miami, Joe Bentley, we call him Joe Bentley because he had mad Bentleys, right? So he would lend me the Bentley. When you come down Memorial Weekend and you see Joe cracking them convertibles, you're like, how these doing that?
Whoa.
Was his shit, right? So I remember one time, that's when Terror Squad rolled like super deep, like 40 deep. And I remember he pulled me to the side. He said, this shit right here, I had a crew like this. This ain't gonna last forever, Joe. And I couldn't understand it because Terror Squad, we was always, together like that. He was like, some of your friends, their wife ain't gonna like you no more. Some of them is gonna wanna move. Everything that told me came true. And I wanna let y'all know, as much as y'all don't think so, it is lonely on the top. If you're successful, people's perceptions of you change. Your own friends, they change how they look at you. You can't relate to certain. You can't even be around certain. You don't understand that. Yo, look, if I'm rapping, if I'm rapping, I'm going to Hong Kong to make my money, all that. And you know that you sell drugs, and you're a drug kingpin, and they handing out the Ricos. Wish me luck. I'm going to work. Maybe one day if you get locked up, I could pay for a lawyer or something. But don't try to look at me crazy because I can't hang with you because you moving that work. Fine, that's what you're doing. I salute you. I hope you get away forever. But don't try to, like, guilty by association, drag me into this shit. And so I've been going through that my whole time. You know what it is to tell you rap now. So fuck all the stories I say. My gun is super warm. I rap. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm a family man. I give to my community. I invest in my community. All those stories is some shit that happened dinosaur years ago. So right now, and so you know that I changed my life. And you get mad at me because you like, yo, bro, but I thought we was going to be, yo, bro, I cannot be next to you. You doing this XYZ, wish me luck. I got to move on. If not, they hit you with the Rico. Know what I'm saying? And so that's where it's at right now. They've been trying to do that shit to us forever. Yeah. We just smart enough to know, like, yo, keep that shit. I can't even fuck with you.
It's being smart, having a little bit of smarts in this game, in these situations, save you. Having a moral compass in this game, in these situations, save you. Because you're a little bit stupid and a little bit of a follower, you're going to get swept under the rug. And I've watched that happen to me so many times by separating myself. What people don't see on the camera don't really see the separation. You heard? But in real life, people like us deliberately separate ourselves from things that can hinder where we're going in the future. And I pride myself on doing that because I'm not getting caught up in no frivolous shit that I have nothing to do with when it has served me no purpose going forward. You dig? And I'm so happy that I was smart enough to see some of these things in the midst of me losing it and going crazy. Because it wasn't
What
easy.
about betrayal?
Betrayal is terrible. It's nasty. I've seen it
You've been
happen
through it.
firsthand, over and over and over again. A lot of it comes from friends that consider to be your day ones, but they feel entitled. So when you become successful, they feel like they need to be successful. You got $1 million, and they like, oh shit, I should have $1 million too. Nah, nigga, it don't work like that. You heard? But I can help you get $1 million if we gonna play it right. But nigga, this is what I put the work in for. You may have helped me got somewhere, but you didn't have to put the work in I had to put in for me to get here.
I tell that famous story. I had 45 niggas with me. By the way, if you let me tell it, I know I didn't, but I think I invented the crew. The coming in with 50, 100, I think I invented that shit in hip hop. Now, with that, and I seen younger generations do it. I would see Meek Mill pull up with 100, and I'd be like, yo, in my head, I'm like, yo, I started this shit. They don't even know that I started this DNA shit, right? But one night I'm in Puerto Rico. We flying out there, private, everybody's popping champagne, everybody's this, that. And I couldn't sleep. And I told all my friends, yo, it's me. I was like, yo, I ain't got it no more. I had it still. But God told me to tell them. Out of the 45, only 5 of them told me, yo, Pistol's one of them. Yo, if you ain't got $1 guard, I'm with you every day. I don't give a fuck. I had to tell me, yo, how you fucked up our money? Dead ass tell me that. Yo, I ain't got it no more. This is that. How you fuck up our money? That's our money. Our money. You ain't rap. You ain't do an ad-lib. You ain't give out a flyer. You ain't go to promo tour. You ain't go to nothing. And I never understood the concept of extortion. Never understood it, guys. It could never happen to me. You could bring a gargoyle, the illest chopped off 10,000 heads off in Africa.
Wow.
He gonna have to chop off 10,001 because I'm not falling for none of that. Never, nowhere on earth can I understand that. So when you try to play that extortion game with me, like, yo, this is our money, yo, bro, get the fuck up out of here with that shit. But that's how we was, just little by little, we was shortening, our circle could get smaller and smaller and smaller. And then you start thinking that new people is your friends like that. They full of shit too. It's sad, bro. It's just
everybody
sad.
has an ulterior motive, and I'm gonna be trying to gauge out which person with the ulterior motive can help me out and where I'm going, because I don't really trust no one. Like, you dig? But you have to believe in some of these things that some of these people are telling you. And a lot of these people be full of shit. So it's like the playing field be small of the people that you could try to depend on to get your.
You want to know what's real? This is real. You're doing your own podcast, putting this shit in your. You see, everything we have gotten, specifically me and you, we made it from nothing. We never had nobody. Remember when you used to climb the roof and the nigga give you a boost? Nobody ever gave us a boost.
No.
To this day. Everything we got to do, we got to create ourselves. We got friends making tons of money in the podcast world. Nobody said, you know what? You talk a lot of shit, Joe. You probably could get a bag.
Call my man right here. He going to give you the super check like I just got. I'm gonna
right or wrong. And so my thing is, like, everything me and you have made, we made it from nothing. And we could, and guess what? It feels great.
Oh, it feels.
When I look at your Diplomats, so what's the deal with the because the Diplomats are not together no more, right?
No.
So I see Diplomat gear where everybody can make their own clothing line on Diplomat.
If you smart. You heard? I'm one of the smartest ones. You can't take nothing from me that was mine. I make what I want.
Diplomat.
Sell Diplomat everything. And I'm waiting for somebody to tell me I can't. You heard? I'm waiting. I hope somebody would even fix their lips to imagine they could say I can't do nothing for the diplomats when I did everything for the diplomats. You heard? I am the diplomats. I'm the diplomats, nigga. I got wings on my back right now. I'm him. If it wasn't for me, nobody would eat right now. We all be going to sleep. Wouldn't be no diplomats. I kept the bird in the sky for everybody to eat, whether I liked you or not. You heard? Now take that fact with you, Jack.
Yo,
How
let's
about
hear.
that? Matter of fact, speaking of diplomats, let me give you some gifts.
I need it though.
Let me give you some gifts since you're talking about diplomats.
No, I need that shit.
Let's start with these.
Yeah, but I want to signal the
But
plane.
let's start with
I want to
these.
signal the plane.
Nah, but let's start
That's
with
the
these.
shit when you go to signaling the plane with the yo.
Yeah, I sell everything diplomat. I'm gonna get my diplomat money, Jack. Much work I put in for the diplomats. I wish a nigga would tell me I can't get $1 off this thing of mine. You heard?
But I ain't.
Give me the middle. Here, take the jacket. I'll open it for you.
I didn't want to start nothing.
Oh, you're not starting nothing. It's easy. They make diplomat merch. They sell diplomat business. They make diplomat
Could
dollars.
somebody open this shit? This shit like $49.
Give me. I got you. Here, take the jacket. Take the jacket out.
Love the jacket. Oh shit, I got my name on it. I'm a
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm rocking this shit. I might rock this to Mongolia.
Let's go.
You think I'd be the first in Mongolia with this jacket?
Got to be.
Oh, I'm rocking this.
You definitely gonna be the first one with those. You heard? We're not playing about this diplomat lifestyle.
Look at this.
You heard?
Yo.
That is my lineage. What Fab said, that's my line. That's my linebacker.
Linebacker.
That's my linebacker right now. That's my line.
Jammed them up. I'm about to run out this bitch. And it was, I might just leave.
But you know what's incredible about that? So now that we're actually going to shoot a show, all four of us, and it's going to be like just
I love
a
that.
review show, this general conversation, killing each other, shit like that. But we're going to put some dope elements involved with it. So we shoot on Thursday again to shoot our first show.
Oh, that's crazy.
Let's Rap About
what
It.
I mean?
Let's Rap About It podcast between Fabulous, Davies, Mano, and Jim Jones.
I love it.
It airs on Mondays.
So
Yeah.
far, everything you've done has been fire. All the shows you did has been fire. The Wallow, the Fab and them.
Thank you. This one is going legend. We gave him legendary. We gave him legendary moments.
I told them, I said like this. I'm not lying. Yo, Pistol, I told them right in this neighborhood, they had 10 stamps in every block. Every block.
Joe, we kept it light today.
Sunny Doodoo, Honey Bunch, this, that. The next block, Nestle, Eminem, this. And when it came to my block, it was one stamp. And they hopped over that
and went to the
started
next block.
10 stamps again.
Nah. Joe, you know how
Don't let these
we
niggas
kept
lie,
as heavy conversation was, you know this was super light for us though, right?
No, it wasn't, because what you now understand is that we had to address certain things we addressed on here that was real.
No, 100%.
talk.
But we can even got that.
So when we laugh a lot and all that, they take a lot of this talk for like, even Pistol don't like it. He be like, yo, you joking too much.
But it be dead serious. Like
Yeah.
when I watch the show and people be like, yo, they got Joe and call him Cap Joe and all. I'm like, yo, bro, you niggas been outside back then, bro. I promise you, these niggas would not be talking about no cap, nothing. I seen real live action, allegedly. You heard? Allegedly, I seen that tombstone that Big Pun had go across niggas' head, allegedly.
This is when Jada Kiss would have said, yo. Because he already know I'm about to answer the crazy like, yo, son, this. Yo, let me tell you.
But it's amazing to see that you were able to outlive all of your stories.
God, all this shit was God. I'm
'Cause
telling you.
you
You don't know how many times I've been jammed up and God got me out of that shit. I deserved it. Like I did shit and they caught me the next day, 10 different with the shits, and I wound up saying, yo, we all bought equal.
You know
chill. Like somehow I talked my way out that bitch.
Joe, you know you can walk on water?
No, I can't walk on
I'm
water.
gonna tell you something. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. My faith became stronger. I'm talking about tremendously strong. Because
Faith
I knew
meaning God.
I knew
Yes.
the task I had at hand. Faith is like walking on water. Cause you don't know what that next step's gonna be. You might go to the bottom of the ocean. But that faith in God, you walking on water. Every step, it don't matter where you walking, baby.
So you got to understand this. Yo, Feeve, take my gifts, please. Let me explain something to you. And I'm gonna tell you some real shit, guys. And if you figured it out, because you talking the right way. I'm a son of God.
Yes.
I am a warrior of God. All I want to do is benefit our people, make them live better, make our family live great. This is that. Everything I do is in God. If you shoot me outside right now and I got 5 seconds, I'm praying to God.
Yes.
When the plane do this and I'm terrified, I'm thanking God for everything he did for me.
Yes.
I overstand my relationship with God. If it went into a holy war, Fat Joe would be front line with God. I'm just keeping it real with you. My faith is like, there's no even way to explain my faith because I don't understand nothing but God. So now when a guy or some group of people are out to take me out, right? You know, we all got ops or whatever in different ways, but their job is to take me out. I realize they're not with God. Because if they were with God,
They be helping you.
they be with me. So if they're trying to take me out and destroy my life or my reputation or this, I happen to know they're not just bad people. They with the devil. Because if you're trying to take out God's warrior, the guy who's telling you, I don't care, there's nobody, you could torture me, you could put me over a roof, you could kill me now, you could do whatever. I'm going to tell you God is real. I'm God's son. I'm God's warrior. God is the greatest. And then you looking to directly point your missiles at me, you're not even a bad person. You're with the devil. And so that's where that, and that's how we know you're going to lose. I'm not. I'm on the right side of things.
And that's what I wanted to hear. I wanted these people, before we get out of here, to know that gangsters pray, gangsters believe in God. They're God-fearing men like everybody else.
Don't just use them. Don't just use them when you down.
Nah, you gotta.
When you up, I used to tell my man that one of my mans, he won a murder case. And then he came out here and started fucking up again, and I had to pull him to the side and be like, yo, bro, I wasn't you. I wasn't in the cell facing murder. What did you do? He was like, yo, I used to be on my knees all day, nigga, this. I said, well, why are you doing this again? God gave you the miracle. You won a murder case. Why are you out here acting like this? So you got to stay true all the way out, whether it's cool or not. Listen, my biggest fear on earth is flying. I'm going to Mongolia tomorrow. And when that shit do this and this and that, I thank God. I don't say, God, why this? I just, yo, God, man, thank you. Because I'll tell you one thing, I want to live forever. Man, I had a hell of a run, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let's be real, Yak. From where we come from, we ain't supposed to be standing here. Right or wrong? You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, look at our life. He talking about we throwing a party with 1 million. My man Styles P said, yo, Joe, I don't eat. I'm a vegetarian. I went in the back and brought him a coconut with the shit inside. You know how important that coconut was? Him and his wife ate that shit.
Just saved them.
What? Those ain't Bronx coconuts. That's that shit. And I had 500 of them. We wound up giving it to everybody. But you know what? I'm so blessed when you talk about the ups and downs and everything we go to. If you think I'm not going to celebrate my life and not throw a party for me after all the shit I done been through, you got to be fucking kidding me. So we got to allow ourselves at some point.
I got to do that more.
To celebrate. You have to.
I watch you celebrate yourself so legendarily, so overly every year. I acknowledge my birthday. I have my fun in my way, but I got to start doing what you're doing.
Jim Jones.
You take time out
Jim Jones.
to celebrate your motherfucking self, bro. And that shit
you
is so
want to cry?
fly,
You just
bro.
cried a minute ago. I was in the hospital. I'm not a fake son either. I'm a real fucking son. I bought my mom's and pops a house 20 years ago. I paid every bill for 20 years. I was in the hospital with my mother in one room and my father in the other room. Joe Crack. Visiting both my mother and father. This nigga died, she died. This shit is crazy. It's nuts. My big brother died a month before that. You telling me that I'm not going to celebrate my birthday? I don't give a fuck who I piss off. And guess what? It's going to be 10,000 bottles of Ace. It's going to be 100 lobsters. And we're going to dance. And when they stop the party, we take the bitch inside. You can't. We got to celebrate our fucking life. And what we did. And what we do. Nigga, we from here to saw you. Let me tell you something. Every time they try to cancel me, anytime they try to computer me, because that's all computer. That Twitter shit and all that shit ain't even real. But anytime they try, it's from right here in the soil. Be like, oh no, Joey, he from here. Y'all got that thing fucked up. They was trying to cancel me, Melly Mel. The nigga invented hip hop. He went, they was trying. And went on there, he said, no. Joey, he from here. And so I'm just trying to inspire you, showing you great shit, watches, fly shit, this and that. But I'm from here. I'm from the dumpster juice in the projects, free cheese, free lunch, everything you want to know. So I'm from here. And so if you ever want to try to trace me up or dig up the bones or whatever the case may be, I'm from here. Like really from here. So if you want to come from Memphis, Tennessee, or Seattle, or California and be like, yo, what's up with this? Like, I really want to see what's up with Fat Joe. When they come, they go, welcome. I'll give you a story. Can't say the names, but you better think of the biggest. Just think of the biggest guy ever. And it ain't Biggie because he's dead. Just think of the biggest guy ever created in hip-hop. He tells me a story. He jumps into Black Sudan with his right-hand man. He says, yo, take me to Fat Joe hood back in the day. Your driver's like, all right, you know, I know his hood. He tells me, as he was approaching my hood, the buildings were getting rustier. The sky was getting darker. That's where I'm from. You're from Washington. I'm from Forest. He tells me, yo, the sky was getting darker. The buildings were getting rustier. Then he tells me, this is the biggest nigga on earth. I just want y'all to use your imagination. He tells me that the driver stops. And he says, yo, why you stop? He said, you want to come to Fat Joe's hood? This is his hood. He said he looked at his driver. He said, he's from here? He said, no, he runs this shit. He's the king of this shit right here. He said, yo, pull off. Pull off. It's like, Jesus Christ, Joe. The driver looked at me and said, no, he's not from here. He runs this shit. He is the king. They jet off right quick. Like, yo, he said, yo, man, the buildings was rough. This shit, you could.
Joe,
it's in the DNA.
Let me get out of here. Let me give you some flowers. In this game, there are a few kings that you can't miss for New York City. And it seems to me that they always try to downplay how strong and powerful Fat Joe has always been. So for me, I think about Brooklyn, think about Jay, think about Harlem, think about Puff, think about Queens, think about 50, no shade. Think about the Bronx. With the exception of KRS-One, it's hands down Fat Joe. And not just for the Bronx, but you know what I mean. You heard? Like, there's no one higher than you. There's no one that's done it better than you. There's no one that has a longer run than you, this consistent in this motherfucking game.
Big
so make sure you continue to celebrate yourself. Make sure you get up, pray,
Listen, let me tell
pat yourself on the back, Joe. Because what you did has never been, listen to me. I'm telling you from what you've accomplished. Kid from the Bronx, middle of the projects. I know how it feels to be from the project, because what they don't know is the project is a hood within.
You live with 1,500 in one building.
It's our own world.
10 buildings. You fuck up one brother. You fuck up Terrence. Now you got to fight Wally. Then you fight Wally, you got to fight Clayton.
And the cousins.
Then you got to fight Dexter. And you be lucky where they fat sisters is punching you in your face while you fighting their brother. You got this shit real.
Yes. So to make it out
that gladiator school.
I just want to give you some flowers,
let me
man.
tell you something.
I don't know what they call, but they call flowers. You heard? I wish I could give you a Rolls Royce, man. I ain't got the money for them type of flowers yet.
Man,
but Joe, this was super dope for me, bro. Like for real, bro. I'm a kid growing up watching you. No matter what type of money I made,
tell my wife,
nigga.
I tell my wife, and I don't wish this, but I told her for years, the day Fat Joe died. Y'all remember, because y'all younger than me, y'all gonna be here. The day Fat Joe died, you gonna see shit you never seen in your life. An outpour of love that you've never seen in your life. You're gonna see the illest that don't even talk, that you didn't know they could talk, and be like, nah, it's the realest. Hell, that's what they waiting for. They won't tell you in your face.
At all.
They just won't. It ain't their fault. It's something with a man's ego or whatever the case may be. But when you see that Fat Joe die, you get ready for that, because now there's nothing to, I don't feel pussy no more.
I can say
what
I
he's here.
say.
I can say what I want to say about this. I remember the time that said Raul died. My DM, and I didn't even know this, my DM was so flooded with every top rapper you ever heard of in your life talking about, yo, Raul saved my life in LA. Raul saved my life in Vegas. Raul saved my life over here. Raul saved my life this. I didn't even know. Raul never bragged to me and told me this.
Raul Drago.
Fuck, dale un trago, he go to war with the bottle. Yo, my whole DM from the biggest rappers on earth was like, yo, your man Raul.
Super solid. Super solid.
The point is, listen, guys, let's just all continue to worship God, get to the bag, and, you know, the world is ours, man. You know what I'm saying? The world is yours. And believe in yourself and don't let nobody count you out. See, people, they are doubters. You ever heard of a trauma dumper? Who come around you and tell you, every time you see him, he got bad news.
Yes.
No matter how much you love him.
Yes.
He's dumping his trauma.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? No matter how much you love this, oh, they come in here, everybody laughing. Back.
Sour face for no reason.
Yo. We cannot. And then also, for guys like me and you who's trying to have a movement, who's trying to get to the promised land, if you got 1% doubt, get them out of here.
Yes.
Get 1%.
Yes.
I'm trying to, you know how many times we forgive the friend and, maybe he's a fuck up, maybe this. I'm not doing that no more, guys.
100%.
I mean, I had so many friends let me down that I did shit for them. You see, if you ask me, Fat Joe's supposed to have a statue in the keeping it real shit. A fucking statue. You know how many funerals I paid for? You know how many I paid for they fucking lawyers when they was facing murder? You know how many I done came through? Yo, how much month's rent you back? How many? It's shit like a joke.
Talk about it.
Fat Joe walk around giving money out every day. Like, yo, here you go, 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 here you go. Like it's free money. Yo, can I help you? Oh, your house went on fire. Here's this money. Yo, you this. It's disgusting out here, guys. You can't even help people. You help them, it ain't enough.
Don't change your heart, though.
Huh?
Don't change your heart.
Nah, I won't change my heart, but all this type of shit be like, look, you be like, look, I'm ready to help strangers.
It works.
That's where I'm gonna wind up doing. Like when it's all said and done, and yo, Joe gave back to a bunch of niggas he don't even know. It could be from Harlem, could be from the Bronx, could be from wherever, but strangers.
Help is more therapeutic for me than it is for the people that I'm helping. For me, yeah. I mean, I might be giving them whatever that solves their problem, but it does something for me. But with that being said, I don't want to go any further. Thank you for coming by. This has been the 4th episode of
legendary.
Of Artist to Artist.
Yo, niggas ain't getting
Fat
me like
Joe on here.
Yo, listen, guys. You're going to catch me on Joe and Jay, the podcast. Other than that, they ain't catching me one-on-one on no podcast no more. Jim got it. The minute he got me, I see, motherfucker, he caught me. Jim Jones podcast. He said, yo, I hit him back, congratulations.
Exactly.
Because I knew this is going to be successful. No matter what, this is going to be successful. Why? Because what they want us to do, talk shit. who know the game more than us, who know how to talk more than us. See, what these people don't understand is back to the projects, and we're going to cut it or we're never going to leave. I spent every day of the summer to 6 in the morning snapping on fat bitches. And niggas was calling my mother Jabberjaw, my father Anaceto. My father had a green station wagon. They used to kill that shit. The father with the green shit. Yo, bro, I spent my whole life fucking with these people. Now we here, you putting on the camera and you telling me, it bugs me out, right? Because everywhere I've been going is you. By the way, these podcasts ain't just Harlem and the Bronx.
It's everywhere.
I go to LA, I'm in State 48. The manager's like, oh my God, my favorite. It's every airport, everything. But when they tell me how much they like the podcast, it reconfirms the theory of, yo, that's just Fat Joe from Forest. That's Fat Joey with his stomach out, talking shit on the couch. You gonna put a mic on and say, yo, let's do this for real?
And you gonna get paid for it.
And a lot of this pussy, Jim. So, you know, I got that in my back pocket. Like if you want the beef on this podcast shit, a line of
no beef.
Coach.
We don't want no beef.
No.
We don't want no beef.
So if
it's
you
a different content, no podcast beef.
If Fat Joe say a little bit of this or that, you ain't seeing jumping out.
No.
Because they don't want that.
We don't want Pete. We don't want pistol coming out.
Yo,
no.
Dog in the yard. Just like, oh no. Yo, you can hide, but
they don't want no podcast beef.
Yo, let me tell you something. Let me give you something, right? I'm gonna tell you some shit though. And I want everybody to know, just like we said, we God-fearing. It's 2025. I got my eyes on the bag. If I see an enemy of mine, I probably run across the street. I tell these all the time, you see somebody, don't pound them out, don't do nothing to them. Go the other way because everybody waiting for a lawsuit. They all 100%. Know you got money.
100%.
Get the fuck away. Leave them alone. Move somewhere else. But I don't know how, and I'm going to tell you future bloggers, right? When you think you diss me or something like that, the minute you diss me, somehow you don't feel safe at the Dunkin' Donuts. Somehow you don't feel safe to come around.
Crazy.
Like, I don't know how to diss me. We never see these. Where you live in the peak scales?
Bro, these niggas.
Like, where are these people? I'm outside. Man. I try to figure this out. Oh, if diss me, I'll be like, damn, he in PC.
The hate is
he in outside PC.
That's, people are more comfortable with spewing hate than love.
Yeah, but they're not outside.
At all. There's no outside, Joe. Everybody's on the phone, on the computer. Outside is the
what
algorithm.
What I'm saying is,
so you're not going to
see
them.
Places.
You're not going to see them.
I go places with be like, yo, Jimmy and them just left. I go places, yo, Mano just left. I pull up and shit and just, these niggas is nowhere to be found in human life.
Spots, bro.
What do you say? I dissed them, that's it. I moved to Connecticut. I moved to the Poconos. I no longer want to go to a baseball game. I don't want it. Like, what do you do? No. What I'm saying to you is that I'm advising them.
It's weird.
It's an outside PC.
100%. And most of them are living in it. Most of them living on their PC. That's why they're outside in PC. You like that, right? Bars.
Like bars.
Boop, boop, boop.
The crazy shit is like, I just don't understand. Look, can we all just get along?
That's all I want.
We doing what we doing.
That's it. We just
God bless us. We healthy. We moving the way we moving. We taking care of our community, our family, this and this and that. If you feel the reason to disrespect me, that's all I'm trying to tell you is that no one disrespects me and be on 125th like this.
Nah, they don't do that.
Don't.
They don't do that.
They don't be in the Bronx. They don't be nowhere. And I'll be like bugging out because I'm like, yo, I'm really outside, like everywhere.
But let's
I'm at Flor de Mayo.
But
I'm at the Bajillo in East Tremont. I'm in City Island. My store's down the block. I'm at Melba's. Where is these people?
Joe, do you feel that, and this is it after, but because we are still so relevant in this rap game that we always got to have that bit of that edge no matter what.
Got to.
But
you got to be respected. And so what happened, and it ain't rap music, what happened in all the eras before us was took the legend and he smacked the shit out of him. And that was clout since the 80s. You take the big from the block that was somebody, you're a young, you pound them out. Now who's shorty such and such? Yo, he fucked up, big Johnny Black, this. They've been doing this forever. So historically, we respect the youth because we know the youth just don't know that they might be going to jail forever. So they'll jump out the window and do whatever. But in order to maintain this shit talking, we talking on this level, don't get caught slipping. No, that's the point. Like, so all these rappers, I bumped into rappers on Delta Airlines that's talking crazy to other, and they with no security on Delta, they're gonna get washed one day. They're gonna get washed. If you a rapper,
if you're not like that,
no. If you a rapper, even if you like that,
bro.
If you a rapper and you talking crazy shit about some other rappers and this and that, do not, I repeat, go on United Airlines by yourself, because you're gonna land in the airport where the ops is walking through and they're gonna dance on you so bad. They're gonna run the ballet on your ass. And guess what? You was asking for it. You was acting like you bought that life. I don't understand this shit. You got rats right now talking about they bought that life.
This is
amazing.
Let's not go into the rat conversation because this shit is.
No, we're not doing that.
This is crazy.